25 years and beyond.
Make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall, 'cause if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall,
Connection is a human necessity, one we need today more than ever. And with the new First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, you can stay just as connected to your finances. And it all starts with yes.
Bun, mayo, chicken pickle, bun.
Bun, pickle,
Blasphemy!
no bun.
The Naked Chicken Chalupa, only at Taco Bell.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit carsplusguam.com for details. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Starting now on Prime Time, today marked Disconnection Day for Guam Power Authority customers who are behind on their bills. Nestor Lecanto brings you that story. Plus, illegal dumps are eyesores all over our island, and Tyler Matanani speaks with the Guam Solid Waste Authority on what they're doing to help tackle the trash. And also, a virtual proclamation ceremony was held, marking June as Pride Month.
Hafening, good evening. I'm Adriana Cotero. Today is D-Day, Disconnection Day, for GPA customers who are well behind in their bills. But even though the moratorium for non-payment has been lifted, GPA says it will still try to work out a payment plan to help keep the lights on.
But those that are delinquent or seriously delinquent, I mean, everyone will, but those most especially seriously delinquent, who have that balance divided by 12. And then they have to pay their regular bill plus that balance, otherwise disconnection will occur.
GPA General Manager John Beneventi says as of June 1st, there were about 3,500 customers that were delinquent.
I see the lobby a lot busier than usual this morning.
And it doesn't get any easier from here. GPA got approval from the CCU to raise the fuel surcharge starting in August. On average, residential bills will increase by $57 a month. Beneventi says they've tried to absorb the steep increase in the price of global oil, but can do so no longer.
By this July, we'll be $30 million under recovered. And there's just not that much more cash to maintain, to be able to buy the oil tankers, because now a tanker of fuel will cost about $20 million. No? So we have to collect and we have to pay.
Beneventi has met with the governor, who has expressed interest in providing American Rescue Plan funding to help stave off a rate increase. But in the meantime,
we have to be financially stable. We have bond obligations. We have bond covenants. No, yeah. If we're not, then we're going to go from back. Really, we're very fortunate that we're financially still sound. And we were able to advance all of this cash throughout the period, but we can degrade much more from where we are. Otherwise, we will now begin to feel the impacts.
A final decision by the Public Utilities Commission on the rate increase is expected at its meeting in late July. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Couches, coolers, washers, and dryers are just some of the many white goods you may see on the side of the road. Illegal dumping continues to make a foul mess of the island. Tyler Matanani spoke with Guam Solid Waste Authority to find out what services they offer that help combat the clutter.
Guam Solid Waste Authority General Manager Larry Gast says that one of the first things he noticed when he got on Guam was the illegal dumping problem.
After I saw a couple of fires on the south end near the roadways, you saw all these white goods that were just sitting on the side of the road that people dump. White goods are basically what you would think of as an appliance.
Each GSWA customer is subscribed to garbage and recycling collection and is entitled to 2 bulky waste pickups a year.
Which could be a reclining chair, it could be a couch, it could be a washer, it could be a dryer, a dishwasher, something that you have that you don't want anymore.
Gast says it was then that he started advocating for an island-wide collection program, to which he says, based on meetings with Governor Lou Leon Guerrero, is something she's very much interested in. In order for that to happen, several legislative changes would have to be made before the program can take off.
If it gets approved, the biggest drawback is going to be getting the equipment.
But the crazy current state of supply systems around the world has made purchasing new trucks and equipment quite difficult. Gast has contacted 17 different dealerships in Florida alone, but none of them had any trucks on the lot.
We could probably start phasing in and, probably start in the north end of the island or south end or one spot. As we get one truck, we could include more people. Get another truck, include more people.
Gast hopes to start rolling out the island-wide collection program by the middle of 2022. Solid waste is one of the items covered under the CARES Act, which is how GSWA looks at purchasing a total of 12 specialized vehicles. To find out more on GSWA and to register for their services, contact their office at 646-3111. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
An OPA audit released today confirms a previous administration announcement that the government's general fund under fiscal year 2020 with the $46 million surplus. The cumulative deficit was reduced to just $1.5 million from $47.8 million the previous fiscal year. But the audit notes that public employee pension and benefit liabilities still leave GovGuam's total deficit at more than $2.4 billion. The audit finds that withholding tax from pandemic unemployment assistance substantially contributed to reducing the deficit. GovGuam reported about $325 million in income tax revenue in FY 2020, an increase of $44.2 million over FY 2019. But gross receipts tax revenue, a measure of business activity, decreased from $315 million in FY 19 to $296.5 million in FY 20. The All Rise program announced by Governor Lou Leon Guerrero last week expands the eligibility for the local direct pandemic relief program. But Minority Leader Chris Dueña says it's not clear now whether the $30 million in funding identified in the law can still cover everyone. Dueña says the administration should be able to easily figure out how much it will cost and come up with additional funding.
We've done EIP 3 times now. And obviously, Revenue Tax has that capability of knowing exactly who qualifies when they have to cut those checks. So I can't imagine it's all that hard for them to go into their system and figure out, who's going to qualify for this RISE Act and what it's actually going to cost.
The executive order gives DRT 30 days to identify the funding and roll out an application program. Dueña says it shouldn't be too hard nor take that long.
If it's an issue of, you're authorizing Revenue Tax to use your records and disclose and become part of the program, it should be a simple one-liner, I would imagine. I hereby authorize whatever, it doesn't seem like it should be like going in and applying for a job or something. I think they should make it as easy as possible. I agree with you, Chris.
Revenue Tax Director Japanese Shimizu has explained that direct authorization is needed from taxpayers to use their records for the All Rise program. Anthony Sellis pleads guilty to negligent homicide as a third-degree felony and was sentenced to 3 years in jail, but all suspended. Sellis appeared for a change of plea hearing this morning with alternate public defender Annie Gale. As stated in court, he must pay a $20,000 restitution fine to the deceased victim, George Diones, of which he is to pay the first $10,000 within a week to the family for funeral cost. According to KUAM files, it was on November 2nd, 2018, when Sellis allegedly punched elderly Diones in the face. The victim passed away in the ICU and the manner of death was ruled a homicide. Sellis' next court appearance was set for August 26th. A major drug case involving over 800 grams of meth was unsealed in district court, with Jose Tenorio Quirigua Jr. pleading guilty to attempted possession of 50 or more grams of meth with intent to distribute. According to his plea agreement on November 2, 2017, U.S. Postal inspectors executed a search warrant for a package addressed to Nadine Kitigwa. Investigators seized 868 grams of meth and replaced it with sham. Then a controlled delivery was conducted 5 days later, with Kitigwa picking up the package in Manilao. A motor vehicle stop was conducted in Dededo, where the defendant was arrested. Kitigwa allegedly told investigators that he was supposed to turn over the package to an individual identified as initials JC in exchange for money, and that he knew the package contained meth. His sentencing was set for August 26th. 30-year-old Jico Raffini has been arrested for stabbing a male victim from behind. According to Guam Police Department spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapao, on May 31st, officers responded to the stabbing complaint in Dededo. Preliminary reports suggest the victim and Raffini were drinking when an argument ensued, and suddenly, Raffini stabbed the victim in the back. The victim was immediately transported to Guam Regional Medical City for treatment and care. Raffini was arrested for aggravated assault and subsequently was booked and confined at the Department of Corrections. The case has been forwarded to the Office of the Attorney General for prosecution. A traffic stop resulted in the arrest of robbery suspect 32-year-old Curtis Victor Diaz. The Guam Police Department reports that on May 31st, police conducted the stop along Route 4 Sinahanya when they discovered meth and drug paraphernalia during a search of a 2003 Lexus. Diaz was the driver of the vehicle. He was transported to the Central Precinct Command for further investigation. According to GPD spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapao, a background check was conducted, and it was learned that Diaz was wanted for questioning relative to a robbery and theft of a motor vehicle investigation from December 3, 2020 in Agate. Diaz faces a slew of charges including robbery, theft of a motor vehicle, assault, illegal possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. After nearly 3 weeks of investigations, the Guam Fire Department confirms that the official cause of the DeWitt warehouse fire was undetermined. GFD acting spokesperson Cherika Chargaloff says the warehouse has been released back to DeWitt and Mid-Pacific Warehouses LLC. However, GFD's full investigative report is pending and a debriefing is expected to occur sometime this week. Chargaloff adds that the ATF National Response Team is no longer assisting GFD. Further, the warehouse owners need to obtain proper demolition and debris hazardous waste permits. DeWitt President Corrine Birking provided a statement to KUAM thanking the local and federal organizations for their help. Birking stated, quote, "Due to the quick actions from the GFD and our fire protection wall, the rest of our warehouse was spared and no other structures were damaged. We continue to be 100% focused on working with our accounts who suffered a loss in this tragedy and would like to thank them for their patience and understanding." And stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
KUAM News, in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau, brings you the Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase. Look out for this powerful symbol for visitors, island residents, and industry workers alike, as it represents establishments with a consistent global commitment to safety practices. Stamped with approval by the Guam Visitors Bureau and the World Travel Tourism Council. Every Monday on KUAM News will feature a different local business who's taken the Safe Guam and Safe Travels pledge to maintain health and safety standards to get Guam back on track. Log on to visitguam.com to see how your business can receive the designation, what businesses in our community are Guam Safe certified, and have the WTTC Safe Travel certified.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. I'm here with JJ Ambrose, owner of Steel Athletics here in Tamuini, and we're talking about the Murph WOD.
Yeah, so today is just one of those days. all around the world on Memorial Day, all the CrossFit gyms get together and they do the Murph WOD. It's 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats, and then another mile run. If you have a weight vest and are able to, you wear it. 20 pounds for the guys, 14 for the girls. Yeah, so originally it was dedicated to a Navy SEAL, Michael Murphy, Lieutenant Michael Murphy. And it's just one of those days that, you know, not only do we go to the park and we put a flag in the ground to get together and memorialize fallen soldiers. So, I mean, it's a really hard workout, and I mean, the whole time you're thinking about all the stuff that our soldiers go through in foreign wars, day in and day out, especially on this island. You know, there's so many military families. It's just like we're surrounded by it.
JJ and I together have been doing this for the past maybe 10 years. We have a lot of military members of the gym, and it's such an honor to have them in the gym and hear their stories and where they come from. And on this one day doing the Murph and put ourselves in just a little bit of what they do every time they go out there and fight for our country, it's, you know, the least we could do for that.
I've been in the Air Force for about 5 years, and I've done the Murph in San Antonio, Little Rock, Kuwait, and then now here. So every year for the 5 years I've been in the Air Force, and it's just to remember the men and women that have died in the line of duty. And just like this workout Murph, Lieutenant Murphy, it's sad to see them go out, and so we put this token of appreciation in this workout.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Mobile offers a new and convenient way to fuel your vehicle. Pay gas and go. No need to line up inside the store. Press preset. Enter whole dollar amount without decimals. Press loyalty ID and enter your mobile number or insert Smiles card. Insert and remove payment card or tap contactless credit card. Begin fueling. And don't forget to grab your receipt. Pay gas and go. It's that easy.
Celebrate Jeep Freedom Days here at Cars Plus. We have great deals across all Jeep models, like the 2021 Jeep Wrangler, the longest-lasting 4x4 SUV brand, or the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck crafted for adventure. Plus, all vehicles come with Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Call us at 477-7807 or visit carsplusguam.com to get pre-approved online today.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. Germany's defense minister made a brief visit to Guam recently. According to Joint Region Marianas, Minister Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer met with local military and civilian leaders and discussed the increased German responsibility and presence in the Indo-Pacific region. They also talked of maintaining stability and peace throughout the strategically important part of the world, and emphasis on the importance of German and U.S. military-to-military cooperation. The minister also toured the naval base Guam and Andersen Air Force Base. She was here as part of a larger visit to the Indo-Pacific region. Prior to Guam, she was in South Korea. Also, according to a Japanese government press release, a German Navy frigate will soon be deployed to the Indo-Pacific for monitoring and surveillance activities against illicit ship-to-ship transfers by North Korea-related vessels. Island residents looking to get rid of green waste or electronic devices for free are encouraged to call their respective village mayors. Last week, mayors received green waste purchase orders, which will assist in disposal of green waste and electronic items within their villages. The recyclable program is funded by the Recycling Revolving Fund and is expected to last until the end of this fiscal year. Mayors can dispose of green waste and items such as computers, monitors, televisions, washers, dryers, refrigerators, freezers, and water heaters. However, oil, paint, propane, and tanks will not be picked up. While village leaders are waiting for the increase of purchase orders for abandoned vehicles, PD Mayor Jesse Alec, who is also Mayor's Council President, confirmed that mayors are ready to pick up trash.
But this week, they should be able to call their mayor's office and hopefully get on a list or on their waiting list for a pickup of any white goods or electronics that they may have, including the abandoned vehicles.
Guam Solid Waste Authority customers are asked to contact GSWA to get rid of bulky items first before calling village mayors. On Tuesday, Governor Lou Leon Guerrero officially proclaimed June 2021 as Pride Month. Members of the 36th Guam legislature also presented a resolution during the virtual ceremony. Pride Month is celebrated annually across the globe, where members of the LGBTQ community commemorate the accomplishments, sacrifices, and challenges the community has overcome. Although having support from the Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration, Guam Pride founder and Equality Guam co-founder Lacia Casil said that the fight is still not over.
51 years ago, members of our community rose up against discrimination in a bar in the West Village in New York called Stonewall. We continue this fight today, and we celebrate every year during this time as we have come so far, yet we still have so far to go. In the past few months, especially, we have seen a rise in discrimination against members of our trans community across the nation, with the introduction of many bills that would ban trans youth from participating in sports and making gender reaffirming healthcare illegal in certain states.
The Magahago echoed Casil's sentiment, stating, "We have to do more in terms of changing people's attitudes and perspectives of the community and making everyone involved and included as much as we can." She also said that her administration will continue to advocate for equality and fairness on Guam. Lieutenant Governor Joshua Tenorio pointed out that the administration's cabinet contains 8 members of the LGBTQ community. Lee San Nicolas has added to the beauty of the South by capturing the Chamorro warrior spirit over in Alahan Middle School. IMS's Angela Anderson said she was inspired to reach out to the local artists after seeing several murals around the island, mainly in the central areas.
You don't really see any down south, and so ending of last school year, I tried to reach out to some artists, and I came across Lee San Nicolas, who I realized a lot of the work that I liked was all done from Lee.
Anderson reached out to San Nicolas via Instagram, who was more than happy to give his talents to the school. They're the home of the Warriors, so San Nicolas made sure he covered 2 stories of Chamorro's strength. IMS principal Derek Santos.
Nice project that Mr. San Nicolas did, so we're very happy.
Yeah.
The school's parent-teacher organization qualified for funding under the Guam Economic Development Authority's Qualifying Certificate Community Contribution Grant, which made the project possible. And with regional headlines, here's KSPN2 News.
Hofade Zantino Guam. Here's what's making headlines in the Sinamay. United States President Joe Biden has set a goal of vaccinating 70% of Americans with at least 1 shot by July 4th. The Sinamay is more than halfway there. During the governor's press conference this morning, Hospital Chief Esther Muñe reports that 68% of adults in the Commonwealth have already initiated the vaccine. The hospital, along with the governor's COVID-19 task force, has even set up more sites to make accessibility and availability easier to the community.
I want to remind everyone that the infection risk hasn't gone down, so if you have not been fully vaccinated, the infection risk is still there. As we have seen in our cases recently, in the last 2 weeks, we have seen 11 cases that have come in. That is from travelers. And again, out of that list, only 1 has been fully vaccinated and was asymptomatic and has recovered, I believe, already.
Some states have launched reward programs that may get you a prize for being vaccinated. The same goes for the Sinamay.
We are getting some prizes, and this is again as an incentive for those that get vaccinated. There's going to be prizes and a raffle for prizes, and we will get the details to you as soon as we get more information. But we're working on those things to urge individuals to continue to keep CNMI safe and everyone safe in your family.
The CNMI currently has a 54% of fully vaccinated population. There will be another outreach vaccination event this Saturday at the Northern Marianas College, and partnering with the Roman Catholic Church, Santa Soledad Parish in Cagman will be used as a vaccination site this Sunday.
For more news, please visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Sally Limas.
Coming up, Dave Delgado with sports. Keep it here.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas. Tokyo 21, presented locally by IT&E.
All right, you ready?
I think so.
Start, just tell me your name and your age.
My name is Isabella Wakeham.
Xavier Dansley.
My name's Enzo.
Isaiah Thomas. I'm 15 years old. I'm 16 years old.
I'm 17.
16 years old. 15 years old.
American Ninja Warrior is tapping into the fountain of youth.